the road question has not diminished in importance. And to be open, that was one of the concerns I had is during pothole season, I knew it was on everyone's mind. I had some degree of concern now that we've gone through the summer, would people sort of forget? They haven't forgotten, and they shouldn't forget because they're not going to get better until we invest more dollars. And in terms of the situation, I think this election does hopefully send that message because it shows you can do difficult things that, from a political point of view, and actually have the voters recognize it was the right thing to do.
Well, raising the gas tax would be a very difficult thing, and yet gas is now under $3. Is this an opportune time to go to the legislature and say, let's put 15, 17, 20 cents on the gas tax at a time maybe when motorists won't notice it so much?
Well, again, it's the right thing to do anytime, and I think it does make it, hopefully it makes it somewhat easier. But again, we shouldn't raise more. We have a range of revenue to raise, so I wouldn't change that answer because it's lower prices. But in terms of being a more constructive, easier time for people to absorb it, that's true.
All right, so let's talk about a timing issue. Can people expect this to come out in lame duck, or do you think with working with a different batch of legislators come January that is going to happen then?
Well, I think that we should have a good window to do it now. Again, if it doesn't get done in lame duck, I'm going to make it a top priority after. That's the relentless part of positive action. But I think there's a good window here in lame duck to get it done because we came very close. We were only a handful of votes short, and I think it's an issue with both Democrats and Republicans. I think it was a question of legislators looking at not just a general election, but the primary, I think, was a bigger question in some minds that made it too difficult to vote for it. So now that we don't have those constraints, we had all the framework in place largely. We're done. Why don't we, with the elections, why don't we just get this done?